Hello, hello. Welcome to Ram and Goat Astrology. I'm Laura Lee.
And I am Helena.
We're back with another transit reading today. I'm going to tell you what's going on with the astrological weather. I know I was talking to a client of mine a couple days ago, and she was like, I just love the transit episodes. It helps me so much, and it's funny, and it helps me just kind of prepare. And I was like, that's what we want.
Yeah, shout out.
Yay. Kathy. To Kathy. Shout out to Kathy. So
Shout out to Kathy.
yeah.
You know what? I was listening to Us this morning because I was on my way to work. I've just started working this week, and I thought I need to sort of get into the transits to see what's ahead now that like I'm back on like I can't choose what to do every morning. Like I have to do some things now.
Yes.
So I'm more prepared. And I listened to Us, and I think that we're good. I think that
It is pretty good.
I mean, this it's not maybe something people are supposed to say about themselves, but I think that it was really nice to listen to Us.
Well,
Like,
here's
I
the thing.
enjoyed it.
I actually went back and listened to some of our very first episodes because I was cleaning out some of the files and stuff. And I was like, let's just listen and see. They weren't horrible. No, but we've definitely gotten better.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I remember the first episode, I was so nervous.
Yes. Yes. It's
And I
much
dressed
more
up.
it's much more casual now. It's much more conversational. Not that it wasn't then, but you could definitely tell we were newbies and quite nervous and
It's finding our
trying to be
feet.
professional, right? And now we're there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We're just never gonna be that professional. We're just always gonna be. I mean, now I'm in like my boyfriend's pajama flannel, and
It's
that's the
flannel
way it
season.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
is.
it's flannel season. I just cleaned out around the fireplace today. We've lit a fire at least 2 or 3 times now. So yeah,
Amazing.
it's fireplace and flannel season. So
I
let's
love
talk
it.
about what the other weather is coming up in astrologically.
Yeah.
Now, as the actual weather in the northern hemisphere starts to get colder and a little bit more brisk in the mornings, we're going to start with September 17th. So, just for those of you who need a day of the week reference, that's a Wednesday. So, the 17th is where we'll jump in here, and that's where Mercury, hanging out in Virgo, is opposite to Saturn in Pisces. What do you think about Mercury opposite Saturn? You like that energy, or does it irritate you?
No, I feel like I mean, I think it's because I have so much Capricorn. I feel when it's Saturn is involved, I just feel like not like bring it, but like okay, I guess we need to learn something here. So just buckle up and learn. And yeah, it's a little tricky with Mercury because Mercury is our mind and how we communicate. So this transit when it's a Saturn opposition to Mercury, it's about probably you and someone else because it's in communication.
Yeah.
So this might mean that it's a little bit trickier to communicate, and it's easier sometimes to deal with something yourself, at least I find. But dealing with it, having like difficulties with the another, that's a bit harder. So this one I'm gonna try and remember, so I'm a little bit ahead
Yeah.
of the energy.
Absolutely. And it's a quick energy, but it can be an intense one with Saturn there because he's the authoritative energies, the rule maker. And this could be a day where you think you're following the rules and then all of a sudden you get pulled over by a cop and he's like, "Hey, your registration isn't updated." And you're like, "Oh." Right? It could be something like that where you didn't see that rule and you thought you were following the rules, but Saturn points out where you're not.
Yeah, exactly. This feels like something that you might forget something important, exactly just like you said, and it's just gonna bite you in the butt.
Yep.
And like
this kind of feels like a butt biting day from some type of authority figure in your life, whether that's a boss or a parent, or like even with me as being the parent, I would have to, as a mom, take note that this day I may have to parent a little bit extra, right? There might be some more discipline or rules I have to implement or sit down with my kids and be like, hey, okay, so here's where I'm seeing things fall between the cracks because we're Mercury in Virgo, right? Analyzing. And here's where you're letting things just drift away, Saturn and Pisces. We need to
Yeah.
pull it back in and we need to stick to this schedule. You need to take your supplements and make sure you're taking the dogs for a walk or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So this is like a discipline of the mind and schedule kind of day, 17th.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But the next
And
day,
then,
Mercury's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fine, I'll do that. And then he moves into Libra the next day.
Yes. Yes. And Mercury's doing one, two, three, four
Four
things
things.
on that day.
Yeah. He's
That's a
very
bit
active.
much.
Very active this day.
Yeah, four. That's quite extensive. So yeah, moves into Libra, also goes into an opposition to Neptune in Aries,
Yep.
and also a trine to Uranus in Gemini,
Yep.
and also a trine to Pluto in Aquarius.
And then pause
The
on
Holy
that
Trinity.
because you have to know that Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto are all retrograde. So he's talking to planet, he's going forward, he's talking all these planets go in the opposite direction. So just
Yeah,
kind of take that into consideration on these days, specifically the 17th and 18th, that there's things from the past that are unresolved, unfinished. They need a second look. You've got to go back and adjust or redo or
yeah,
something. And it's
yeah,
very mentally oriented with all this Mercury energy.
yeah, it is. And like you said, Mercury moves very fast through the zodiac. So this is a quick one, but I feel like this one is a bit of a like a, um a key when you put a key into a lock, like it's a bit of a and it has this unlocking kind of energy because it unlocks that energy and activates the energy even more so with that. Because I don't know if you guys know, but so Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus are in this sort of a
Sextile
triangle shape.
trine. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all talking to each other in a sort of like gentle, flowy sort of energy. They're all moving together. And these are the furthest out planets that we have, and they move very slowly. Generational planets. This is what shapes our society.
Yes.
And Mercury sort of clicking into that, activating all of this even more.
Yeah.
And yeah, all of those being in retrograde, it's really interesting to see like what will come up, like what kind of mental activity will be added to this to that trio.
Yes. Yes. And I love the analogy you gave of the key in the lock and how you can be turning it and working with it and then suddenly feel that satisfying click and then
Yeah.
you can open for the information. It's going to be
Mm.
fast information. We got Uranus involved. We've got Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus in Gemini, and then of course Mercury is. These are all quick, and Mercury is now in Libra, which is an air element. So a lot of air energy. This is like watch social media. Something's going to go on with governments. There's going to be a lot of like communication stuff happening. He said, she said, and I see like
Mm.
all kinds of governmental like words
Yeah.
thrown back and forth, right? We've it
Yeah. I feel like for sure this is to go with like another analogy. When I see like a game of pins moving like this. Laura, I hope can you explain what I'm doing?
yes, so one
Like
hand's kind of going back and forth in front of the other
and
hand.
then but what I mean is that when this transfer comes, it's like this, like it becomes a clear channel more. I feel
Yes.
like with unlocking the key and unlocking that energy, I feel like for all of a sudden we have a clear channel intellectually to Neptune retrograde in Aries, to Uranus retrograde in Gemini, Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So something will click with us and understanding something that we need to change, something that
Yes.
has happened before, something that has been going on for a while because it's retrograde energy, some kind of behavior we have had as a person or a society,
Yep.
and suddenly it's like we can see like we couldn't see it before at all, like
No.
we weren't able to see it, and all of a sudden things just you just see clearly. You're like, oh, what? Oh, of course it's like that.
Yep.
I feel like it's that kind of energy.
So I just got the image of a sun peeking through the clouds, right? So it's real cloudy, cloudy. It's gray, overcast, and then a hole in the clouds opens up, and the
Yeah.
sun pops through, and it lights everything up, and you're like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
And then suddenly, like the clouds close
And
up and
then
it moves on.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Yes.
it's like it's a window of time that we have this energy, and it's a quite short window. So it's just good to be aware of this. And I'm not promising that you're gonna have the most amazing revelations,
Oh,
but
no.
if you are aware of what you're thinking,
Yeah.
I think you're definitely gonna have some revelations, and even if they don't feel huge right now, I think that they will be pretty like significant for you,
Yes.
like important enough because this is they're unlocking like these three big planets, which are quite
Well,
powerful.
and Mercury in Libra now. Libra is an energy that reflects you back to yourself through other people and experiences.
Hmm.
Okay, so Libra gives you this opportunity to see your energy that's reflected out, almost like a mirror, and like it, but it comes back to you through the people you interact with and the experiences that you have. So now with
Yeah.
Mercury in this Libra, we now have this opportunity to intellectually understand and have it reflected back to us some way, somehow, through these other
Yeah.
channels, these other openings.
Yeah.
September 18th, you guys, a Thursday,
Interesting.
really the 17th too, leading up to it, we've got that Saturn involved of like, hey, work hard and analyze and be
Yeah.
cautious with your words and be analytical about the words you choose. And then the next day, we have Mercury with all of this energy moving into Libra and then opposite Neptune, trying to Uranus, trying to Pluto.
Yeah.
Wow. Intellectual stimulation the 17th and 18th in big, sort of unpredictable ways because of that Pluto Aquarius and Uranus Gemini.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah, and
unpredictable.
it also because it is an opposition to Neptune from Mercury. It's like what you said with the clouds. Like I think that because Neptune is so you cannot grab it, you
No.
cannot hold on to this energy. So it will have to be very like gut gut sensations. Like you get a feeling about something,
Yes.
and
Yeah, very
you might
intuitive.
feel like you might be confusing yourself. But I think that you should I don't know, just try and ground down and sort of trust what you're observing.
Well, yeah, because Mercury is logical and Neptune is
Mm.
intuitive, and Neptune feels things where Mercury just thinks things. So on days like this, where there's this opposition, my advice as an astrologer is always pause your mind and listen to your gut, right? Pause
Yeah.
what your logical self is trying to convince you of and tune
Yeah.
into your deeper intuition of Neptune, right?
Yeah.
What's really going on in the feels and in the vibrations, because Mercury is going to go, well, this is how it goes and this is the rules and da 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 da. He's very kind of anal retentive like
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
So the intuition part I think is huge. I'm glad you brought that up. On this day, September 18th, make sure you pause, breathe, because Mercury's fast and he's in an air sign now, so he's really
Yeah.
fast. And breathe. It takes maybe 3 to 4 seconds and listen to what your gut says. If your gut says close your mouth and walk away, I would do that. If your gut says open your mouth and defend somebody or defend something or say something,
Mm.
then I would do that. But listen to your gut in that situation. And then the
Yeah.
19th shows up and we have Venus. She's entering into Virgo. So Mercury just exited
Yeah.
and Venus is like, hey, let me take over the analyzation process. I'll help you guys continue.
I'm excited for this. I've been spending too much money lately.
You know what it's been for
Venus
me?
has been in Leo.
I've been not spending too much money. I've been spending too much time eating food that I
Mhm.
know my body is like super not thrilled with. It's not bad food, but
Yeah.
like we buy dried mangoes and then I eat like the whole bag. Right? Like
Yeah, you've been indulging
it's so
like
indulgent.
a queen. Yeah.
Oh, and I can hear my brain going, "What are we doing? What are you doing?
And then
Stop
you just
eating
like keep
this!"
chewing.
And then I'm like, "One more," and then suddenly
Yeah, just one more.
there's like nothing left in the bag. I was like, "Ow!" So
Yeah.
Venus entering Virgo for me, I know will help me to value my health decisions much better than Venus in Leo, who's like, "I don't give a shit. I
Yeah.
want to eat what I want to eat.
Exactly.
You don't really care so much. She wants to indulge. And now she
Yeah.
wants to be a little bit more like, wow, okay, maybe we work on those extra 5 pounds we just put on of mangoes,
Yeah.
whatever. So we bid farewell to that indulgent self and that extra out there energy of valuing that. And now we start to put it into the analyzation process of our schedules and our routines and taking our
Mm-hmm.
supplements a little more consistently and maybe going for walks and doing our stretching. Oh, I have not done
Maybe
yoga.
cleaning out your closet, like organizing. Virgo loves organizing anything.
Yeah, the junk drawer. Dump the junk drawer and
Yeah.
clean it out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Venus in Virgo, September 19th. So she'll be there for a couple weeks. And
Mm.
that's a Thursday. Nope, that's a Friday. And then on Saturday, the 20th, she's in Virgo, but she's now going to have a challenging square conversation with Uranus in Gemini. So we have our Virgo Gemini conversation, which both of those energies are ruled by Mercury. So they're very conversational, intellectual, analytical energies, this Gemini Virgo. But when we have
Mm.
Venus involved and Uranus involved, ooh, interesting. We have a little bit of chaos or sudden upheaval or sudden change so that our nervous system can be more settled or can get into a better situation. The square energy creates an awareness of where we're not being authentic to ourselves, which is Uranus wants us to be authentic. And it
Mm.
triggers our nervous system when we're not authentic to our needs. So this Venus, our values, is really waking up. Are you really being authentic to who you are? Are you really
Yeah.
are you are you sure?
Yeah.
So there's going to be kind
And
of a challenging conversation for you to maybe analyze how you've been eating or working out or
yeah, and how you like your relationships as well. Uh,
relationships,
what's going on in your relationships with your friends,
your money.
with your partner, with your money, for sure.
Yeah.
And this could be one of those days when um you could get a like a speeding fine or
Oh, yes.
something. Like you could lose money. So
Yeah.
be a little bit extra careful. Make sure that you're paying for your parking ticket and like you're not speeding and doing those silly things that
Yep.
will set you back
Extra
a huge amount of
fees.
money.
Yep, you
Yeah.
didn't have checking money in your checking account and you overdrafted and sudden money gone, like sudden with Uranus.
Yeah.
And Venus is very much money or sudden relationship shift or sudden value change or something
Yeah.
sudden at home with your lifestyle at home. So Venus and Uranus, there's going to be a little bit of tension when it comes to those Venusian values. And Gemini wants you to understand a different side of things. And
Yeah.
Virgo wants you to analyze and get healthier about shit. So if you didn't pay your bill or you didn't pay your ticket, Virgo Venus is like, well, let's make sure we don't do that again. And when we get a ticket, we
Mm.
take care of it right away.
Yeah. And we're getting closer to in a couple of days after this, we have a new moon, a solar eclipse.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, we are already in the eclipse season, and we have been for a while since last new moon. But when it comes closer to a full moon or a new moon during the eclipse season, it gets even more amped up. So I'm just thinking with this a little bit more trickier energy, throw in that it's also very eclipse vibes to all of this, which adds a little bit extra unpredictability and a little bit extra just activity
Yeah.
around. I feel like it's an energy of like buzzing
Yeah.
around these around the eclipses.
Different layer. Yeah. Definitely a different
Yeah,
layer for sure. So Saturday the 20th is quite busy with that Venus square Uranus, but then also the sun is in Virgo that same day. And the
yeah,
sun is going to be opposite our good friend Saturn. So these are late degree Virgo and Pisces energy. So we have a lot of maturity here with this late degree energy, a lot of like grow up stuff. And when
yeah.
Saturn's involved, it's very much time to grow up. And when Virgo's involved, it's time to analyze and grow up and be healthy about stuff and get pure, clean, whatever the Virgo words you want to use, right? There's this energy of attaining something better, something
Mm-hmm.
healthier, something that's more in alignment with us. So when the sun shines its light on Saturn across the galaxy, and Saturn's shooting energy back to the sun, we have to recognize it's time to grow up with our identity and recognize how much our identity is affected by our health and wellness with this Virgo
Yeah.
Pisces energy, right? Or our non-health and wellness, both
Yeah.
physically in this realm, and then spiritually and emotionally with the Pisces realm as well. So that Virgo tangible and that Pisces spiritual non-tangible
Mm.
energies. Do you have healthy
Yeah.
habits for your Pisces energy and healthy structure? Do you paint? Do you journal? Do you go put your feet in water and do you go take a bath? Do you have a structure around the nebulousness of life?
Yeah.
Is it built into your life, or are you pushing that off and pushing that off and pushing that off? And that's where that sun in Virgo is opposite Saturn and Pisces is really like asking us, put some boundaries in there to make sure
Yeah.
that you are giving yourself scheduled time for this like woo space.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
This is definitely like I'm feeling a little tensed up about this
Why?
day. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be hard. Yeah, for sure. Like very health oriented. The sun is your vitality, so
Yeah.
yeah. I guess we're just gonna get a smack up on our heads
Well,
about the ways we are not being healthy and the ways we need to. And health is not only going to the gym.
no,
It's a lot of things.
it's the health of your schedule and routine. It's the health of your sleep, and it's the health of the information you take in. Are you watching the news, or are you reading books that raise your
Yeah.
vibration, right? Like it's
Or
all of the
like using
things.
only Teflon pans.
Exactly. It's all of the things. It's the physical cooking stuff you use. It's the storing your bags or you storing your stuff in plastic containers. It's just all of it, right? Just look at ways you can make these shifts into healthier energetics that work for you.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna change this energy for me, and I'm gonna make this this day my little bitch.
I love it.
Not like yeah. With all due respect, Saturn, I'm gonna sorry I said that to you, but I mean it in a way, you know what I mean. Like how can I say it any other way? I'm
I
gonna
do.
uh
That's funny.
yeah. Um yeah, I'll blame my English. English is my second language. I only know curse words.
I love it. No, I think Saturn would respect that. I really do.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. I
he
mean,
would
and I mean
appreciate that.
it. I mean it in a serious way. Like I will take this seriously and make the best out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
That's what I
interesting.
mean.
This is a week before we're doing a big event on our land. So we're doing an event called Nurture Your Nature. And it is our first event of this kind, and it's a wellness immersion event. And on our disc golf course, we have this beautiful course that's cut and wonderful. And we're going to have a facilitator, 10 facilitators, and one at spread around on each of the holes. And each facilitator will have a modality that they're going to be sharing with guests that are in attendance. And it's a full day retreat from 9 until about 5:30. And we'll have a opening ceremony and a closing ceremony and a lunch. And I'm really excited about this, and I need
Nice.
this. It's a day to disconnect and from the phones and the stress and the just the everything in our life right now. This just the
Yeah.
tension everywhere, and come out and nurture your nature. So the 20th is this week beforehand, and I'm sure we'll be doing a big push and sharing and making reels and all this. And I feel like I can really use this energy on the 20th to be
Yeah.
like, hey, it's time. Saturn and the sun and Venus and Uranus are wanting you to get out here, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I can really utilize this with my marketing and like be that Saturn
Good.
smackdown for people. Be like, come on.
Yeah.
You need to value your money and your health and spend that money and do your Saturn duty and come out to just be in nature.
Mm. Yeah.
So I'm excited. We've got some ticket sales and they're rolling in slowly, and I'm really excited for a good event. So I'm going to use this energy to
That's
help
so
share it
lovely.
with people.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
sounds great.
I know,
I would
right?
be there in a heartbeat if I wasn't on the other
7,000
side of
miles
the
away.
Atlantic Ocean. Yeah.
It's only 7,000 miles. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. What kind of a friend am I?
So guess what? After that 20th, after we kind of get our butt handed to us with Saturn, Sun, Venus, and Uranus on the 20th, the Sunday the 21st is that solar eclipse and new moon in Virgo that Helena has been talking about. So talk to
Yeah.
us about this, lady. What do you see coming up with this solar eclipse new moon?
Hmm. Okay, so new moons are typically about fresh beginnings and new starts, um, and all of those things. And people like to do like ceremonies for that. But as I've learned, it's not a great time to do any specific, like very directed kind of spell work um, or asking the universe for something specific because it's an eclipse. Things are very unpredictable, and you might end up getting not really what you asked for, or like you might get what you asked for, but in a completely different way
In a
than what
different
you thought.
way. Yes, that's how I see it
So
coming. Is like it might come to
yeah,
you, but like
yeah.
way in a different way.
Yes, so not at all a regular new moon, but new moons are still about beginnings. But I would say more on this day, make space and just see what shows up for you. See what
Mhm.
kind of things pop, like what kind of seeds start to sprout around this time.
Yeah.
And when it comes to eclipses, the lunar eclipses and the solar eclipses, whatever comes up, is usually something that will not usually, it is something that is gonna be there very active for the next 6 months forward. So
Yeah.
a regular full moon is about 1 month forward. But eclipse new moon and eclipse full moon is showing you 6 months forward. So
Yes.
whatever is cultivating right now, just be like see them, observe them, write them down because this is something that's going to be active for you, and then work with this afterwards. Take
Yes.
care of whatever comes up, and you can sort of help shape in what direction these things, the
Yeah.
things that come up, go. Not too hardly steer them, but hold them in a way that sort of supports them to go in the direction that
Hmm.
you're liking or that
Yeah.
you're yeah. Like
Yeah.
for
And
example, if I'm really looking to get a new job or whatever, and that's what I'm thinking, like, oh, new moon, I hope I get a new job. But during the new moon, things start coming to me about, I don't know, about that has something to do with my food,
mhm.
perhaps. And I'm like, no, I'm not looking. I'm not interested. I want something about work, but it's not coming. So like take care of those food things. Like, oh, interesting. What are these like go into that because
Yes.
that is what's gonna evolve and that's what's meant for you to learn about and cultivate and activate around.
Mm.
You
Yes.
don't know, like you just can't put in an order like that. Like not really. I don't think so, you know?
Maybe, but not on this particular day. Like you said, not on an
Yeah.
eclipse. And think about what an eclipse is. It eclipses the energy. Like the energy is trying to get here, but something is over the top of it. It's in front of it. It's
Yeah.
blocking it. If my husband, who's 6'5" tall, stands in front of me, who's 5'4" tall, he eclipses my energy. Now,
Yeah.
yes, you still know I'm there because I'm loud, but my energy can still get there. But visually and physically, I'm eclipsed, right? So
Yeah.
that's why it's not a great manifesting time during these particular new moons. So I know a lot of people get
Mm.
confused about that. It's just think about someone in front of you, right? I
Yeah.
can't, I can't see, right?
Can't see.
You can't see. So if you're trying to manifest something specific, you're not going to see what you really actually need to deal with, which it's
Mm.
Virgo. So the sun and the moon are in Virgo, which we've already had a new moon in Virgo at the very beginning. So this is our second new moon in Virgo. And
Yeah.
again, we get this. hit of prioritizing our wellness and our well being and our habits. So that could look like anything for the 8 billion people on the planet. Is what does prioritizing your well being and your habits and your healthiness look like? Well, it looks very different than me,
Mm.
right? Maybe for me, I need to sit down and stop doing and just be for a little while, right? Maybe for you, you need to kick your butt in gear and start doing, right? It
Yeah.
everybody's well-being and prioritization looks different. So, like you said, stay open to what is presented in front of you because what you're thinking it should be is never what it actually needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, us humans, we don't know that much about the universe. Like we, maybe some people like know it all, but I feel like and I don't think we're supposed to know it all
If
either. We're just supposed to listen to our bodies and to the energies and go with it, and
yeah,
that's what we're supposed to do.
if they
Just
say
trust it
they know
and
it
go with.
all, they're lying to you.
Yeah, I think so.
They're making crap up. All right, what's coming up
Yeah.
next after that solar eclipse, new moon?
Oh, well, then the day after, on the 22nd, Mars enters Scorpio.
Ooh,
Yeah, I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad in Libra. I have a natal Mars in Libra. It's all
No,
right.
that's amazing.
But it doesn't fight back well in Libra.
Yeah.
And now that
Always
it goes,
considering the two sides, which could be
yeah,
good also. I mean, that's also great.
it is. And I feel like over here in America, we're at a point in time where we need to fight back now. Like there's some
Yeah.
things that need fight and need a Scorpio sting. So I'm actually really looking forward to uh, the intense fight, stingy
Yeah.
energy that Mars can bring with this Scorpio. Looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
for sure. Yeah, like I love anything that falls into Scorpio. So, and yeah, like you said, like you're looking forward to the intensity and the fight back and the sting because Scorpio is so powerful.
Yes.
It's a sign with so much like um it's not afraid of going deep if you 'cause if you need to go deep for a reason, it's not afraid to go there at all. And it sort of looks you straight in the eye and doesn't like it doesn't bulge. And yes, like you said, we need this. We need this energy as well. It can feel also with Scorpio, it's not comfortable when someone's staring at you dead in the eye.
Heck
It
no.
might not feel so comfortable. You might feel like maybe you feel like aggravated. Like, is this person picking a fight with me, or are they seeing through me? Feeling uncomfortable. Can
Right.
they see what I'm thinking?
Right.
That's sort of Scorpio energy, but it is uncomfortable, yeah, sometimes. But it's only uncomfortable if you're afraid of looking to your darker sides, your shadow sides, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's what we're going to be
And
looking at.
it is time to do that, especially the underbelly of America and the lies and the all of it that they've been putting into our brains for years and years and years and years and years, and it's all kind of coming up to the surface now. So this is going to be a really interesting time with Mars uh, going into Scorpio and really digging up that deep dark stuff that's been
Yeah,
hidden for many many years. So I'm
yeah.
excited. So then we have that same day, the sun enters into Libra, and that is the fall equinox.
Yeah.
So today is a lovely day where the light and the darkness are in harmony, they're in balance.
Very beautiful that Mars enters Scorpio on the same day.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, because Scorpio is so much about like bringing in that darkness into the light, or like not into the light, but seeing
Bringing
the
it up in
darkness as well.
awareness. Yeah,
Yeah,
bringing it into our
yeah.
awareness. And then we've been in a really, I feel like a heavy Virgo season this year with the Virgo
Mm,
new moon. And then we had the eclipse with Pisces, and then we had another new moon, and with the eclipse, and there's been a lot of Virgo intensity
yeah.
this particular year with the sun going through there. I'm looking forward to the sun being in Libra, and I feel like that will
Mm,
lighten things a little
yeah.
bit. Give us some breathing room. It's an air element. Give us a little bit of a breath instead of the scrutinization that sometimes can come with that Virgo energy and that analytical
Yeah.
process of going through stuff. And now we get to go,
Oh yeah.
okay, now we get to do something with that analyzation. We get to understand it and apply it and move it into something.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. And the day after the fall eclipse, no, fall equinox, uh, on the 23rd, we have the sun in Libra now in opposition to Neptune in Aries.
And now Neptune and Saturn have separated a little bit now. They're not spooning each other
Yeah,
quite so
not quite as
much.
much as before. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're like mostly like walking near each other. They're not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah, get off
So
of
now
me,
the
man.
sun, yeah, now the sun is doing exactly what Mercury was doing earlier
Yeah.
that month. It's activating the trio
Yep.
of Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto.
Yeah. So the 23rd is a
So that's
busy day.
interesting. Yes.
Yeah. So this is a Tuesday, you guys. Just take note of Tuesday the 23rd. So Sun is opposite Neptune in Aries. So we got a Libra Aries opposition, which is a I and a we energy. And then we've got Sun trine to Uranus in Gemini. So we got a Libra and Gemini trine, which is lots of intellectual stimulation and sudden new ideas with a partner or somebody else. You're chatting with them and bam, new idea. And then
Yeah.
we've got the Sun trine Pluto and Aquarius, which is groups and community and extended friends. So this is a very active friend connection networking day. Very active.
Yeah.
And
And
potentially new ideas just ushering in as well. But remember all the retrogrades, so that plays a different role, a different layer.
yes, and always when there's a sun opposition to Neptune or square to Neptune, this means drainage of vitality.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sounds way scarier than what it is. It just means that you're going to be very tired.
Physically. Yeah.
Yes, physically tired. So, like, honestly, you're going to feel sleepy and you're going to feel thirsty. So, drink a lot of water and make sure that you get a lot of
Probably from all the
rest.
talking you'll be doing with people. Like
Yeah.
the people might drain you. The Uranus, Gemini, the Pluto, Aquarius, and the Sun in Libra. You guys, I have a lot of air signs. Okay.
Hmm.
64% of me is air energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I get very, very stimulated and very drained from people. And so I
Yeah.
recognize this energy. It's great. It's infusion of energy, and then it's ooh,
Yeah.
like a stealing of energy. So I almost like a fan, right? Where the fan is blowing on you, and then someone shuts it off, and woof, like the vibration of the whole room changes. That's
Yeah.
what I see with this day is where like you've got it, you're going, and then all that energy gets siphoned from you, especially with Neptune and
Mm.
Aries. You guys, that's fogginess and fire. How do you light a fire in misty, foggy energy? Ask all the Scottish people. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
You're funny.
How do you light fires in that
Ask the
energy?
Scottish people.
It's
Yeah.
always misty and foggy there
Mm. And they
and
always have a fire
moist.
going.
And it's moist, exactly.
Yeah.
But that creates smokiness and more
Hmm.
cloudiness and more confusion. So be cautious with this day, specifically with what people are telling you. Right? Be cautious because I feel like this is a day where people could feed you a line that sounds too good to be true or feed you something that's too good to be true, and then it is. This is that
Mm.
retrograde energy. Like, be cautious about the people you decide to do something with. Just because that Neptune is there and it's Aries, which is like, oh, exciting. But wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm a little confused. What role do I play? Wait, do we have contracts? Wait, what? How much am I
Yeah.
getting paid? Like, there's a lot of confusion. So be really, really crystal clear and take some time after the 23rd before like making any deals or signing anything or like sit
Yeah.
with it for a while.
Yeah. And make sure that because if you're like super tired and
Mm-hmm.
very thirsty or hungry, also you should eat a lot this day. Uh, then you might just agree to something that you wouldn't if you wouldn't have been so hangry and
Yes.
tired.
Do not make decisions on the 23rd until you have a snack and a nap.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Correct.
Because the sun's in Libra, and anybody, I have read hundreds of charts and I have 4 planets in this sign. I know this well. Do not say yes to anything immediately when Libra is involved. You say, thank
Say
you. Thank you for
maybe or
asking. I'll get back to you on that.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much
Let
for
me check.
considering me. Let me go check my calendar and consult with my
Yeah.
kids and my husband. I'll be back. You do
Yeah.
not say yes immediately when the sun is in Libra.
Please.
Please don't.
Please.
You say
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
amazing.
Then the
Okay.
24th
Last
is the
transit.
last transit of the month. And then we have a little bit of
Yeah.
a breath
Long
so we can
break.
integrate all of the stuff. So the 24th, our lovely friend Mars in Scorpio,
Ooh.
going to be having a heck of a conversation, a square energy with Pluto, our good friend of destruction and creation, in the
Yeah.
sign Aquarius of chaos and unpredictability. So, uh huh.
Yeah.
uh
So
huh.
this one is um honestly comes with a bit of a
Kick in the
what's it called?
pants.
Yeah, a little bit of a warning sign on this
Yep.
day. For
Caution.
real. Yeah, just be cautious about
Everything.
uh yeah, pretty much. Pretty much like both physical space and sort of what kind of like don't get into arguments just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power struggle energy, a lot. And
This
it's not
is
just Mars and Pluto, it's Scorpio and Aquarius. So it's
oh,
super it's a super stubborn sign who
stubborn.
wants it their way, Aquarius. And then we have Scorpio, a sign that it also wants it their way and
It's
can be a
stingy.
little bit manipulative about it and very stingy and a bit aggressive. So it's also keep in mind this day, like, but if use the same thing that Lorelei said, but in a different way. Like if someone says something nasty or comes at you with some kind of nasty energy, just think to yourself or like just like you don't have to respond back to
Mm-hmm.
mirror them. You can just say, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, didn't know you felt like that.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you
I'm going
for
to take some time to
informing
think
me.
about it."
Mm-hmm.
And then that does not mean that you agree to whatever. Just say like, I'm not gonna do this today with you. Um, let's check it back in. Like today is not a great day
Yeah,
to have this conversation.
that's a good one. Thank you for bringing that up. Today's not a great day to have that conversation. Let's reconvene at a later date. Mm. The
Yes.
24th, you guys write that down or some version of it. That is your phrase for the 24th, probably the 23rd too. Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing that to my awareness. We're going to reconvene and have the rest of this conversation in a few days.
Mm. And that reply, because the other person might not know that about the transit this day, so that person might take that as a like get even more fired up and go, ah, I want to talk about it right now. Why not right now? And then all you can do is like, just you know what? No, this is not going to go anywhere. And then you can remove yourself from the situation. Just
Yes.
remove yourself from the situation because you have the upper hand knowing about the transit. The other person don't. Like nothing's good is going to come out of an argument that day.
No. No. This is a no win situation with arguments on the 24th.
Yeah.
With your children, with your spouse, with your boss, with whoever. Nobody's going to win. No.
Yeah.
You
And you're gonna feel this energy too, so it's gonna be hard for you to actually step away. So just be brave. We can do it.
we can do it. And you've got the
Yeah.
rest of the month to deal with the repercussions of whatever happened that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Exactly.
25th, the 26th, you can come to my farm on the 27th and come nurture your nature. So there's
Yeah.
that too. And then the 28th, 29th, 30th, you have 5 days to then take your
Yeah.
physical body, which is, Mars, take your physical energy and go be scorpionic about it and disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And go deal with your stuff internally, whether that's, going deep inside yourself or go work out or go whatever private thing you need to go do.
Yeah, but this like I really like that image about Scotland and a fire and a fog. So I don't know, put yourself in a forest and just light a fire and stare into that. Like that feels
Oh,
Very good for this time.
yeah. Yeah. And this
I have one thing
is
to plug
yeah, go for
before
it.
we finish up.
Please do.
On the 17th, I am being interviewed, or I already have, but it will be released on the 17th in another podcast. It's in Swedish, so it will
Mhm.
only be for the people who speak Swedish.
Or for people like me who just like to listen to it.
Yeah, you can just tune in to like look at us speak Swedish. And the podcast is called Manualen kom aldrig.
Say it again.
I knew you would want that. Manualen kom aldrig, which means pretty much the manual never arrived. Then the manual never came. So it's basically two women who are like investigating like all things about life and like that pretty much saying, we don't have a manual for
The
this. I'm just trying to
manual
figure things out.
never
So I'm
arrived.
there speaking about astrology and yeah, tune in.
I
Tune in on the
love that.
17th.
I love the
Yeah.
name. The manual never arrived.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
get that.
Yeah. I didn't get it. Did you get it?
That's fantastic. That is so fantastic. I love that. And you know what's funny is I used to think we didn't have, like life didn't have a manual. And then I really discovered astrology and I was like,
They're like, hey, hey guys, I found it.
I found it. It's right here.
It was here all the time.
We got it when we were born.
It's
Just
been
nobody
here.
gave it to us. It's
It's
fantastic.
like putting on glasses. You're like, oh, I can see.
I just watched a reel about a little baby yesterday who was like 6 months old, maybe, and put glasses on for the first time. And this little baby melted my
I
little
always
heart.
cry.
And she
always
just
cry.
stared at her mama, and her little cheek would smile, and then she'd look over at that person, and she like you could just see the neurons in her head
Oh,
firing, going,
yeah.
"Well, wait a damn minute."
Have you seen the ones about when the little babies and kids get hearing aids
Oh, I love those.
and they hear their parents' voices and
Oh
it's
my
just like cry so much.
I
It's so
cry
beautiful.
so much over
Yeah.
internet things like that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how much.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it is a manual, you guys. And if you want to have me and Helena read your chart, we always have that available. You can go to lauraleylotto.com and under the podcast page, there's a link there to have us read your chart for you. We would love to do that.
Yeah.
We enjoy
Let's
that.
show you the manual.
Absolutely. We'll show you the manual and help you out on your journey. So if this has been helpful for you, please share it with somebody who needs to know specifically about what's going on the 24th.
Yeah.
And yeah, we would love to hear what you have to say. So leave us a comment and let us know how these transits have affected you. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yay. Bye-bye. A-doo-doo-doo. A-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Thank you for joining us this week. Be sure to like and support the show by sharing with a friend or joining us on Patreon. And you can buy us a tea or coffee and financially support us. Thank you so much. It's so appreciated.